Hey guys, here at OSReviews.com, today we're giving you the full video review of the Cingular 8525, which is a classical Windows Mobile smartphone device that is basically the standard for HTC and Cingular as a touchscreen and a QWERTY keyboard device. As you can see, it's a pretty bulky device, but it's still a very solid one. It's made entirely out of plastic, although it's very hard, rigid plastic. It's kind of a departure from the usual soft touch materials that HTC uses, but it still looks aesthetically really solid, professional, or if you want, in a sense, kind of stylish because it has this nice little chrome edge to it. It's kind of a cool edge too because it's unsymmetrical. There's no chrome on this side, but there's a chrome on the right-hand side. It's kind of cool. Anyways, taking a look at the buttons and hardware, we do have a kind of special two shortcut keys that brings you to the Internet Explorer web browser, as well as one for your email, for your mail key. This is special because usually Windows Mobile only has the selection keys, like the hotkeys on the bottom. This is really easy to press. It's really great for one-handed use. You won't accidentally press this in a pocket because it's kind of recessed from the surface, but it's tactile and it's really easy to use. We also have a light indicator that's standard in Windows Mobile. The screen is 2.8 inches. It's resistive, unfortunately, but it's pretty sensitive, and if you install the right applications and utilize this device correctly with easy to use updated software, it should work pretty good for you. Colors and text are pretty vibrant. We'll talk on that for a second. Below the logo of the Cingular 8525 is going to be your two hotkeys, as well as your Windows key for taking down a menu system, an OK key, and a Talk and End key. The four-way navigation toggle, and everything is backlit down here. The left-hand side of the device offers a scroll dial for long lists of email and tedious text messaging. This is a great feature, especially also for web browsing. It makes things really easy to navigate, and it's just something this device triumphs over. We also have a OK key, in addition to one-handed use. We have a push-to-talk key, indicating that the Cingular 8525 is push-to-talk enabled for walkie-talkie services. We also have a micro SD card slot directly on the left-hand side. This is a really yay feature because it's not behind the back cover where it's really hard to access. It's great for PowerPoint, for text, for music, for the built-in media player. It's just a great location and a great feature to have on this phone. You might notice, though, that there's no volume rocker on this handset, which kind of takes the device down a notch. We haven't seen a lot of volume rockers on HTC devices on this in particular. The jog dial kind of doubles up as a volume rocker if you go and program the settings, but it's just kind of weird to kind of scroll up and down and scrub at this. We would rather have a dedicated list key in addition to this key because there's a lot of space down here, or space on the right-hand side for doing that. They just didn't put that in. On the bottom, we have the IR port for wireless connectivity, a standard semi-proprietary connection key for HTC. We have the stylus port. In addition, we have the latch here, which allows you to open the back cover. This latch is easy to press. It's a great design aspect because you can't take the back cover off by rubbing it, so it's a great feature. It's not going to fall off by itself, the back cover. The back contains the battery. It's a fairly large milliamp battery, and below that is going to be your SIM card slot for the quad band world phone feature. So the camera is 2.0 megapixels. We have a macro to micro lens selection, which is a nice feature. We also have a LED flash and a self-portrait mirror. On the right-hand side of the device, there's the on-off button. We have a comm manager key, another great feature. Pressing this key brings up your communications like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and that's just something that's nice to have. We also have a camera key that is not two-stage because the camera is fixed focus, not autofocus. Talking about the camera on this device is actually really, really average to poor, and that is because the camera produces images that are not very great resolution, and they're kind of blocky and pixelated. The colors are not saturated well. They're really lined, and we'll talk about that in a second. The OSO is pretty standard Windows Mobile stuff. We've seen this before time after time. You probably want to check out the QWERTY keyboard. Just slide it to the left and slide the device up. Once you start typing on it, for instance, if we open a notepad, we want to get a new note, and if we are in certain conditions, like if we're in a web browser, the keyboard will turn on its backlight. Right now we're in light conditions, probably not doing that. As you can see, the keyboard is really nicely spaced. It's a four-row keypad. The keys are really large, and it's really tactile and easy to press and dial. Unfortunately for the keyboard, it's not spring-loaded on the sliding mechanism, which means that it's a little bit stiff. You can get stuck in between, and that's just kind of weird. For the most part, though, switching horizontal orientations is really easy, and that's really impressive for this device. It's got a great processor underneath that's doing all the work and juggling the devices. Taking a look at the main menu, of course, launching the comm manager key is really easy. It's really touch-friendly, too. We have your 3G for calling people. We also have your Bluetooth and, of course, your Wi-Fi, your speakers. Cingular really loaded this with a lot of its personal goodies, and that can be seen in the program menu. We have a Clearview PDF viewer, which is great, download agent, a telenav app. We also have a Get Good, a midlet manager. We also have Mobi TV for watching wireless TV. However, all these apps are mostly links to the web browser, so you go and Cingular directs you to that. So it doesn't take up too much memory, but it takes off, pretty cool screen size and screen state. We have a Pocket MSN built in. In addition, we have all the PowerPoint, the Word, the Excel that we've come to really enjoy. We have a Tasks Manager and a Zip File Manager, which is great because this is a feature that we haven't been seeing a lot. It comes with this nice zip file that you can basically unzip, and it's great for the memory since it's not a huge memory device. You can load more stuff onto this. There's also a File Manager. Now, people might be wondering about how the web browsing experience is. Unfortunately, the original web browsing experience using the Internet Explorer is nothing to go home about. Things are actually really slow, surprisingly, for a fast Wi-Fi connection, in addition to a fairly updated mod look. But we would really recommend you to download Opera Mini upon your first let go. And our battery might be going low, but we'll talk about this in a second. Let's just try Opera Mini right now. So Opera Mini is a great web browser because it speeds browsing times up a lot. And with this installed, this is actually a really speedy device. For instance, if we want to let's just go to a popular link. Let's go to Google and show you the keyboard again. If we want to go and search about this the HTC 8525. 525, and we'll search for that. Search. And we're going to switch back to the horizontal orientation. Let's count the time that it takes for this. 1, 2, 3, alligator, 4, alligator. Okay. A little slower, a little faster. Roughly about that. It's fairly acceptable, pretty speedy times for loading these pages. We can take a look at this device in particular and prices, what it is about. That is called the HTC TYTN, in addition to the 8525. So fairly speedy and great for web searches. Unfortunately, you can't view a lot of Flash content on here. That might be due to the browser. If you can get around with that, there's a lot of hacks and stuff you can do. And of course, you can go to Google Maps and check out a lot more third-party applications that are written exclusively for this mobile operating system by Windows. So overall, what do we think about this device? It's a great product that really takes advantage of a lot of modern features like Wi-Fi, a great design that really tries to include a lot of things and incorporates things. Some things it does really great, most of them, a very vast majority of things. One or two things could be tweaked. For example, the camera, we're having a little bit sluggish issues, taking pictures a little fuzzy. We also have a little bit of an issue, maybe a spring-loaded mechanism. Even though it's very easy to click into place, it's maybe a little bit better for this device. But overall, we're really satisfied with the design and the performance of the HTC TYTN, so check out our full review online. Battery life is also very acceptable. It's not anything to, again, boast home about, but it's a great battery life if you're looking to access that feature. The phone dial pad, again, is the same that we've been seeing all the time, and you can call people using this Windows Mobile home screen. Calling people and the microphone chipset built in is really great. It's high quality, and reception area is fairly strong here in the Northwest. It could vary, when we're in the California kind of esque region. So if you kind of go out of it, it might vary. 3G speed is really fast. Again, reception is strong. Call quality is strong. A very strongly made smartphone overall. Again, very impressed with it. And check out our full review at OSReviews.com. Thank you for watching this video review.